What's up guys, Shane here, and I have a budget Shigaraki deck for you today. This deck does not play any rare or ultra rare attacks. It's all commons, uncommons, and then like a Bakugou rival deck. Like it's so dirt cheap and it's a really good deck. You don't need his rare or ultra rare attacks. Like they're cool cards, but like there's reasons I don't play the cards. I actually don't like those cards, honestly, and I'll get into that later. First off, I want to give a shout out to Jasco Games. This My Hero set is fantastic. It's probably their best work in a long time, probably ever. It's like a 9 out of 10 set. It's really, really good, perfect for new players. All the veterans love it too, so shout out to Jasco Games, keep it up. And yeah, let's just get into this deck. All right, so first up, Shigaraki. Top response, once per turn, after your non-throw attack deals damage, your rival loses 5 health. So when he touches your rival, they take 5 unblockable damage, very strong. Bottom response, after you completely block an attack, you commit him, and then your rival destroys 1 ready foundation. That's really important. It's actually super disruptive to their turn. So yeah, Shigaraki, then we move on to his attacks. So again, this is all commons and uncommons, and then some cards from a Bakugou rival deck. For Corrosion Lunge, it's a sweet low attack. It's already off zone. So if it's blocked at all, if it's partial blocked, completely blocked, whatever, your next attack is 2 speed and 2 damage. So they're normally always going to block this. If they don't, they just take 10, because 5 here, 5 from Shigaraki. So I just imagine they're always going to block this, and next attack it's 2 speed, 2 damage, and then that attack they probably can't block because it's too fast. There's also other speed pump in the deck, but that's a staple attack. Now I move on to 4 no-move attacks, actually. Oh, by the way, this deck is off of the death symbol, so every card in this deck has death, the little skull. All right, so Merciless Rush. So if you're playing against a 7-hander, this card's a 4 difficulty, which is really good. And then if this attack is completely blocked, your rival destroys a foundation. So normally they're gonna completely block because they don't want to take 10 damage. So if they completely block, they destroy a foundation. So it's more disruption to your game plan. This also has EX2, so over the course of the game you might hit with 1 or 2 attacks and get some momentum. You can use the EX2 to burn momentum to give it speed, and then it makes it harder to block. So this is just another attack that complements Shigaraki. 4 copies of Decaying Grip. So this card is almost always better as an attack because of the combo enhance. So the combo requirement is Fury. Every attack in this deck has Fury, so you don't have to worry about that. So basically just combo attack. This attack can only be blocked by cards with a printed block modifier of +3. So that means that their block mod has to be a +3. So something like Corrosion Lunge has a +3. So these are already kind of hard to find, a +3 block. So this is like almost unblockable. So either they don't have a +3 block, or you gave this speed with either a Corrosion Lunge, or you have other speed pumps in the foundation lineup. But the fact that they need a +3 block and it's 3 speed, and they probably got progressive in the card pool because they blocked your previous attack, because this is a combo attack, this card's like almost always going to hit them. So they're going to take 4 + 5, so they're going to take 9 damage unless you pump the damage somehow. But yeah, this is almost always better as an attack. It does have a response. After you block with this card, you get to ready your character. So I was going back and forth about like the timing windows with this, but honestly, I think the best way to play this as a block, again, I usually don't want to block with this card because it's almost always better as an attack, but I think the best way you block with this card is if you like block with another card first, and then you pop a foundation, and then they play another attack into you and it's a mid. Then you block with this, you respond, ready your character, and then you blow up another ready foundation, and that just cripples their turn. So I think that's the best way to block with this card, but again, I think it's just always better as an attack because it's pretty much unblockable as an attack. It's always going to deal damage. So for that, now we go into some Bakugou cards. 2 Exploding Pride. This card is really cool because it's 4 speed low for 3 damage. It's like very little damage. You can pump the speed with some cards in the foundation lineup. You can make like 5 speed low for 3, and that feels really bad to block. Like no one really wants to block a 3 damage attack, especially when it's 5 speed. So they're probably just going to take 3, and then you burn them for 5, and then you play foundations and just go about your day. The enhances are cool too. If they have momentum, they lose a health for each card in their momentum, so that's kind of nice. And then the Bob enhance is really cool. If this attack is blocked at all, you discard all cards from your rival's momentum. So that keeps them off their power players. All the momentum that they stacked up to do like a powerful or EX move later, you can just play this, and then you want to block this? Sure, discard all your momentum. You don't want to block it? Sure, take 8. So it's a really cool card. Got 2 more cards here. 2 Signature Right Swing. This is a flexible card. It's kind of a multi-purpose card. So You can lead with this and play it offensively. Like, you can discard 2 cards and draw 2, right? So you either discard 2 foundations and draw 2, try to like filter your hand, try to get attacks. Or if you don't have enough foundations, you have too many attacks, you can just toss some attacks away and then draw 2 cards. You're probably going to draw foundations because you have more foundations than attacks in your decks. And then it just sets up your hand really nice. So it's also one of like the best cards to combo into Decaying Grip because it's just a Fury attack, and then you sculpt your hand, then you can toss this out, combo with it because combo Fury. So yeah, 2 copies of Signature Right Swing, really cool card. Then I play 1 copy of Howitzer Impact. So this card is usually a 4 difficulty because if you have destroyed a foundation this turn, this attack gets -2 difficulty. There's a foundation in the foundation lab that destroys. We will get to that later. But it's just a fat attack. It's 6 speed, low for 6 damage. It's just a strong attack. It has a really good block too. You kind of want block zones all over because Shigaraki is after you completely block an attack. So like Howitzer has a high block, so does like Exploding Pride. Then you got your low blocks with Signature Right Swing, and then Merciless Rush, those are your lows, and then Decaying is your mid, but you also have a bunch of mid blocks in your foundation lineup. So you cover all block zones to help out with his after you completely block. So yeah, that's it. I think it's 17 attacks, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, and 1, so 4, 4, yeah, 17 attacks. All right, now let's move into the foundations. So I want to go over some speed pumps first. As I was talking about earlier, you have some foundations that increase speed. So let's fight bad guys. You flip this and your Fury attack gets +2 speed. Again, all your attacks have Fury, so you flip this for 2 speed. And the higher the speed, the harder it is for your opponent to block. So it just forces through your Fury attack so you can burn him for 5. The other speed pump we have is Nervous Habit, one of his own cards. You lose 1 life for +1 speed, very simple. I use this all the time. The more speed, the better. They usually have to tap out a bunch of cards, and that can play another attack, and that hits them usually. The response is actually really good stun hate. So after this card is committed, your rouse effect, so if they stun this or whatever, you pop this and they destroy a foundation. So again, if you want to go for the foundation destruction game plan, this is super good against the stun decks. But mainly it's just speed pump. You increase the speed of your Fury attacks. This is the card I was talking about how it destroys your foundations. That's set up for the Howitzer Impact, how this card gets -2 difficulty. Someone with style, this is really good because you usually commit this first, and then some other cards, and then you they'll enhance to once per turn you destroy a foundation to ready it, allows you to extend your kill turn. So like usually with Shigaraki, you only need to touch him like 2 or 3 times. Earlier today, I killed a Todoroki in 2 attacks, but that's a 7 hand size with 20 life, so I just hit 2 attacks and killed him. But like, you know, a 6-hander, you probably need to throw 3 attacks, maybe 4 if they have damage reduction. So a lot of times you need to go deep into kill turn, like play 3, 4 attacks, and someone with style allows you to do that because you commit this to pass checks, and then you can blow up another card to ready it, and then you can commit it again. So this card allows you to extend your kill turn. Also, it doubles as stun hate. So after it's committed due to a stun ability, you pop this, reduce their speed to 0. So it makes it easier to block, and then you can just destroy a card. Or they have to destroy a ready foundation when you completely block. So really flexible card. It's both offensive and defensive. 4 copies of Apathetic. This card is really important. There's a couple cards in the set that change the zone of an attack, like Tape. Tape's a card that changes in a zone to mid, and then Achaku has a card that changes zone to high. Usually people playing these cards have ways to like get blocks, get high blocks, or get mid blocks, like Eraserhead, for example. He gets to pull back Erase with his ability, so he plays Tape, and then he makes it to mid so he can full block stuff. This allows you to turn off their defensive cards so that your attacks can hit, so you can trigger Shigaraki's response to burn him for 5. So this card is really, really important because it turns off their defense, so 4x all day. All right, now we go to some speed hate because you need to reduce speed in order to block. So first off, we have 4 Mediator. You just pop this to give -3 speed to an attack. And then if you play an action draw card, you don't play any actions, don't worry about that. It just pop for -3 speed, helps you block. For Shock Absorption, this card is playable while committed, so it's also like, it's very good against decks that stun because you just commit this and then you can pop it when it's committed for -2 speed. But again, you destroy it, -2 speed, helps you block. Playable while committed, super good. 4 copies of In Danger. This is really good late game when you're at like 6 health, 5 health, or whatever. You destroy it, this attack gets, if this attack's damage is equal to or greater than your current health, so like if it's going to kill you, it gets -3 speed, so you pop this for -3 speed. I have 3 copies of Tight-Lipped. This is mainly in here because it's a 0 difficulty foundation and a +1 mid block. Because you just want good blocks you can block with Shigaraki and then pop your cards. But the 1 damage actually does matter sometimes. There's like, you wouldn't believe how many situations where like, man, I need 1 more damage, and like this card can come in clutch, but it's mainly there for the block and the spam too. And then 2 copies of Latent Skill. Flip, discard 2, draw 2. It's kind of the same thing as the attack, signature right swing. Where's it at? There we go, signature right swing. It's the same effect, but this is a foundation that stays on board. You don't have to play this attack. You can do this on any attack that you play and help sculpt your hand. You can also do this defensively too, like if you don't have correct blocks to block your opponent's attack completely, you just flip this, pitch 2, draw 2, you'll probably draw the right block. So yeah, it's a really cool card. So yeah, it's a 50 card deck, and that's the entire deck. Let me go over why I don't play the rare or the ultra rare attack. Let's go over the ultra rare attack first. So Turn to Dust. So the top ability, you have to destroy foundation, and then you destroy 1 foundation committed due to this attack's stun ability, and then but your rival can lose 2 health to cancel it. So it's like you're destroying a foundation for your rival to burn for 2. Like they're almost always going to burn for 2. So it's basically your opponent loses 2 life to make you destroy a foundation, and that's already kind of like weird. But also it has stun 2. You have to stun 2 to activate that enhance. And if you're running stun, if you're forced to use stun, you have to run into stun hate. And there's so much stun hate in the game where it's like, I just would rather not play a stun attack and not have to worry about the stun and just manually kill you with other stuff rather than try to cheeseball you with stun and just get wrecked by all the stun hate. It does have EX, which is nice. Like this isn't a bad card. I'm just saying, like, I don't think this is necessary for the deck. Like, if you have it, you could play it and it's probably good, but like, I don't feel it's necessary. So you don't need this card for Shigaraki to be good. The bottom enhance, lose 2 health. Your rival loses 2 health, they can destroy a foundation. They're probably just going to lose 2 health anyways, because as long as they're completely blocking your attacks, they're not taking damage from Shigaraki's burn. So like, this isn't really threatening. So yeah, I just don't think it's like as needed. The other card is Touch of Decay, his rare attack. So this card does seem good on paper. Like it seems great. The combo enhance, combo fury, everything's fury, whatever. Commit a foundation. If this attack is completely blocked, you add it back to your hand after it resolves, and it's a mid attack, right? So they block with the mid, you pick it up, play it again, commit a foundation, and if they block it, pick it up, play it again. Like my issue with this card is that you have to commit a foundation every time, and you have to check a 5 every time because it's a combo attack. You have an attack here, and then your attack. So if you check a 3, it's just super crippling. It has stun, but that doesn't really matter. Like there's a lot of stun hate. It's probably irrelevant. But you have to like commit so many cards to make this actually hit. When like Decaying Grip is probably going to hit anyways. Like I would rather play this over Touch of Decay. Another reason I think this card is kind of like not really a trap, but not as good, is that a card called Wall Cling exists, and I'm not saying one card stops another card from being great, but it's really awkward when you're fighting decks with Wall Cling, because this card says you flip this, and if this attack is blocked, if it's partial blocked, whatever, it deals no damage. So this is a mid attack, so they can flip this, block with a high or a low, and take no damage. And then since this card says if this attack is completely blocked, it goes back to hand, but it wasn't completely blocked because they partial blocked and took no damage. So this card just sits in the card pool, and it's just you just committed a foundation. Like it's just a weird. It's a weird interaction. I would rather not do it. So like you don't need his rare attack either. So that's why I kind of like. I understand these cards. These are good cards, but I honestly don't think they're needed for the deck. So yeah, that's why I don't play it. Oh, he has a action too. I think this is okay. If you're playing like a foundation denial game, then I can see this being good, but I just don't think you need this card either. So Shigaraki is honestly one of the perfect decks you can build on a budget. All you need is a Bakugou rival deck, and then just commons and uncommons. And like the only shiny attack in here is Howitzer Impact. All right, so we're gonna do a little solitaire game. I'm just gonna kind of show you how the deck rolls. All right, let's put some life up here. I'm at what, 28? Let's just assume they have the same life, 28. If they're a 7-hander, they're probably gonna die in 2 attacks. So you can go first, second, whatever. If you go first, it's like a little tougher to play foundations, but you get your foundations out faster. Going second's not bad because your opponent can attack you, and then you can just block and then make them kill a foundation. Let's just assume we're going first though. All right, so we got this. There's a partial mulligan, so I probably want to dump these 3 for these. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's pretty good. I can't play my whole hand. I might be able to. All right, so Nervous Habit is really important because it's speed. How am I going to do this? There, yep. So 2, 3, 3. This is speed as well. Just 1, 2, 3. I think I'll play it safe. I'll just play these cards. So tight-lipped, 0, 1, 2, 3. Then don't check a 4, don't check a 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, cool. All right, so these move down. Built 5. They can play whatever, play 3, 4, 5 foundations. Ready. I'm gonna review this card because it's not an attack. I wanna draw attacks. All right, so let's see. This is what I was talking about, where it's like this can help you sculpt, so I can like find attacks with this card. So yeah, let's go ahead and play this. Passes. So for my first enhance, I'm gonna discard 2 and draw 2. So I don't want, I have 2 of this. I can probably discard that, and I can probably discard, this card's pretty good. Man, all these cards are good. I'll discard this one. Draw 2. 1, a 2. All right, so got another attack. Then what we can do is we can enhance here, lose a life for +1 speed. And then next enhance, lose a life for +1 speed. So this is 5 speed for 4 damage. If they block this, they're probably gonna like commit all their foundations pretty much. They could have speed hate and block it. I could also flip this for 2 more speed, but I don't really need to do that. So let's just not do that. Let's just assume they block. It's 5 speed for 4 damage. They don't want to trigger Shigaraki. Let's say they block. That's a lot of speed. They probably committed a bunch. So now we can play Decaying Grip on a 5. Check a 3. We can go. Do we need these anymore? You probably don't need these anymore. Oh, this is stun hate though. Let's commit these 2. All right, so you combo can only be blocked with a block mod of +3. So it's like 3 + 3 plus their 1 progressive is already 7, and they probably tapped like a bunch of their cards because they blocked. So like if we need to push it through, we can flip this for 2 speed, but I think it's fine as it is. So they take 4 and 5, so they take 9 total. So now I can build foundations. So we're probably gonna, all right, look at this here. We have all high blocks. So we want to play this so we can filter some blocks. And then I think we can just keep these. I think we're fine. So we just build 1. This dealt damage, goes to our momentum. This did not deal damage. So their turn begins. Let's just say they play like a mid attack or something, right? So we need to block these. We only have highs. So what we can do, they play an attack, they do their enhance. Our enhance, we flip this. Discard 2 and draw 2. 1, a look. There's 2 mid blocks, nice. So I want to keep Decaying Grip for my next turn because it's probably going to hit him. So, I mean, if they played a mid, yeah, we just assume they played mid. So now I can block with this. So that's that. So let's just say their speed is, I don't know, their speed's a 6. So we need a 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we block it. We can respond. They pop a foundation. Now let's just say we take a lot of damage here because we're all tapped out. So let's just say we take like 10 or something like that. Cool. So next turn begins. Because they had a pop a ready foundation, which is really important. So we're gonna draw some stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, I can do the signature right swing into decay. So yeah, I guess I can do that. Why not? Got Mediator, Shock Absorption. I want to hit him with something. I could alternatively just hit him with this, make it 6 speed, low for 3. They probably won't block it because it's 6 speed for 3. So I mean, we could just chip. Yeah, why not? Let's play this. So on a 4. 3, commit this, make it a 4. So we lose a life here, lose a life here. So it's going to be 2 speed. This also has that ability where they lose a health for each card in their momentum. They hit us twice. Let's just say they lose 2 because they dealt 10 damage to us. That's like 2 attacks worth. So that's 6 low for 3. They're probably not going to block this because it's 6 speed. Low is over 3, and they played 2 attacks last turn. So they're probably going to take this. So they take 8. So they're at 9. What's funny is that we could kill them because this gives it damage. We could play this for 5 damage and this for 5 damage. One of these just needs to hit. Because we can give it 2 speed here. So we could just kill him right here if we check good. Or I can just play this and draw 2 cards. They're at 9? I don't know. They played 2 attacks last turn. They hit us. They're probably committed out. I mean, you know, we have damage. We have game here. If it's 5 speed, then 5 speed, plus their block mod and their progressive, we'd probably just play 2 attacks and kill them. For the sake of the video, though, I'll just play safe. So I'm going to play... kind of want all block zones, so I'm going to play Shock Absorption. Cool, good thing we didn't attack. Alright, so I'm going to keep these block zones. So this dealt damage. They didn't block it because they wanted to keep their momentum. So now they go, so let's just say, I mean, whatever attack they play, we have the proper block zone for. Let's see here. I just realized I've been covering up my staging here the whole time. Let's just say they play high attack. If they stun, we can stun this, then we can pop it for -2 speed. So their speed is a 2, -2, whatever. Okay, so this is like a 3 blocked. So you commit, they destroy Ready Foundation. That's -1 resource that they don't have. So now they can play another attack. So if it's a mid, here's where Decaying Grip is really good. So speed of their attack is a 1. That's not right. 6. So they have 6 speed. 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, if we check good. 6, 7, 8, 9. Sure. We'll just do it. Or we can take that attack and then pop this for -3 speed later. Depends how much it is. Let's just say we block. So 6 speed, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. Respond, Ready Shigaraki. Respond. They blow up another Ready Foundation. That kind of kills their turn, right? We have 14 life to sit on. Can they deal 14 after this? Probably not. All right, so let's just say we go again. We only need to deal 9 damage. I think that's super feasible. We have signature right swing to sculpt our hand. Let's review this. Let's draw some cards. Oh my gosh, we got a Decaying Grip. Oh my gosh, we got this card. Oh, they're dead, dude. On a 5, 3, 4. I don't think I need this. 5. So here's where you're like, lose 1 life, +1 speed. Lose 1 life, +1 speed. You can give it 2 speed. If you really want to go all in. Then you can EX2, discard 2 momentum for 4 speed. So this is 8 speed right now, +4. This is 12 speed for 5. Like, unless they have a speed reset, then they're probably going to die to this. If it's fully blocked, they destroy Foundation. Like, this is going to kill them because they're at 9, and this is going to deal 10. But I guess let's say they completely blocked it somehow, like that speed reduction. They blocked it, they destroy Ready Foundation. We play this. That's going to be on a 5, 3, 4, 5. So now we can discard 2, draw 2, 1, 2. We can lose a life, give it speed. Then we can flip a Foundation, right? Give it 1 damage. So we'll just flip this, give it 1 damage. So it's at, well, we actually don't even need to do that. This is if they somehow didn't block this. So, I mean, like, they should die right here. For fun, let's just play this. Actually, we should have just played this because the combo. Pepega, oh well. On a 6, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, combo. Burn him, kill him. So yeah. All right, guys, that is the budget Shigaraki deck. Again, there are no rares or ultras in the deck. I don't think you need them. There are some you could play, but like for the most part, it's functional as is. Once again, shout out to Jasu Games. They did a really good job with the set. They upheld the design philosophy of all cards are playable in some kind of deck. Another reason why the My Hero card game is like really, really good is because every card you pull out of a booster pack is like has a home somewhere. Like there are no junk cards in this set, and that's really awesome to see. So again, shout out to Jasu Games. Can't give you guys enough praise. Really hit a home run with this set. This video is sponsored by LegendaryWolfGames.com. Get all of your UniVersus and other CCG singles at LegendaryWolfGames.com. .com.